Hey guys, so today Sleepy Joe will be predicting every single match that will happen at Money in the Bank tomorrow. Will he predict all of the matches correctly? Well, maybe not, because this typical 5-match PLE is actually pretty unpredictable. But who knows, Joe can do some shocking things.
And a good example of that would be me just now shitting in my diaper. It's shocking because the average US citizen probably doesn't know that I wear diapers. And what's really shocking is that...
Well, Joe, that is actually not shocking at all, pretty predictable coming from you. But let's begin with the first match, which is the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. Note that the order we do these in may or may not be the actual order of the matches.
I think Drew McIntyre will win the briefcase. And later in the night, he will try and cash it in on the World Heavyweight Championship, but he will ultimately fail thanks to CM Punk, just like Clash at the Castle.
Wouldn't that just be a waste of a briefcase, though? Give it to someone like Jey Uso or even Chad Gable. The Money in the Bank briefcase could increase the exposure for both Chad Gable and Wyatt Six, the group that he's feuding with right now.
Well, these are my predictions, so deal with it, former guy.
Whatever, but let's move on to the Intercontinental Championship match where Sami Zayn defends his title against up-and-coming star Braun Breaker.
Woof, 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 woof.
Is that you trying to impersonate Braun Breaker, or is that you trying to be a furry? I hope it's not the latter option.
I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
I think Breaker should win this match. He has so much momentum that if he loses this match, it may diminish it somewhat. Though it may not be good to rush things, I feel like with someone like Breaker, you should rush him and give him the gold. This can also give Sami some much-deserved time off.
Yeah, I agree. Braun losing could get rid of his momentum. But next, let's move on to the 3-on-3 tag team match where Cody, Randy, and Kevin take on the Bloodline.
This is the most predictable one of the night. I think the Bloodline are almost guaranteed to win, so Solo Sikoa can get some momentum going into his likely main event match with Cody, which will obviously lead to the return of Roman Reigns. I do think Jimmy will be the fourth person for Cody's team.
Jimmy returning would be pretty interesting. I think he's more likely to return with Roman at SummerSlam, but who knows? But next, let's go to the next Money in the Bank ladder match with the woman. Too bad your wife Jill isn't in this match. Her bones would break if she took one bump.
I could say the same thing about your wife, but okay.
No, you couldn't, because I wouldn't let you.
Now this one is a little more predictable than the men's one, as I do have Tiffany Stratton winning the briefcase. She's the one WWE has been building up the most over the past few months, so she's kind of the most logical person to win. You're probably a fan of this, Donald.
Joe, what do you mean? Is your dementia kicking in?
Come on, Donnie, you know why.
Oh yeah, I think Tiffany will win Money in the Bank too and eventually cash the contract in on Bayley.
Now this begs the question, how in the fuck are you winning in the polls right now?
Now let's go to what will probably be the main event of the night, where Damian Priest defends his World Heavyweight Championship against Seth Rollins. In my opinion, this match is kind of a toss-up.
So for the main event, I previously had Drew failing to cash in due to CM Punk, and I think Damian Priest will benefit off this and pin Drew to retain the World Heavyweight Championship, protecting Seth Rollins from taking the pin on his first match back since Mania. I also think the Judgment Day will yet again interfere in the match, causing Priest to go on an outrage, telling them to not interfere in his matches. But then at SummerSlam, Damian Priest loses his title to Gunther due to no Judgment Day member coming out to help him. And then Damian Priest will realize that he was wrong, that the Judgment Day needed him more than he needed them. He actually needed the Judgment Day more than they needed him.
I think Jill actually shot the right drugs into your ass this time around, unlike the debate, because Joe, my man, you cooked there. You cooked up a 5-star meal with that one. And
now hold on, guys. You thought that was a good prediction? Well, how about you old-ass farts get a load of mine?
I think Barry sat in KFC eating his fried chicken thinking about this prediction, so this should be a good one.
That was extremely racist.
So I think Drew is not winning Money in the Bank, and Carmelo Hayes will actually win, and he will not be cashing in during the World Heavyweight title match.
Of course you picked Carmelo.
That was yet again extremely racist.
And I have Seth beating Damian for the title, due to Finn costing him the match whilst trying to help Damian win, kind of like Damian costed Finn the win last SummerSlam when he fought Seth, so it kind of goes full circle. And speaking of SummerSlam, that's where I think Damian and Finn first face each other in singles action, and they'll carry their feud up until WrestleMania 41, sparking the end of the Judgment Day.
Now that's a good theory too. Yeah, this match is a toss-up. I honestly don't know who's going to win. If I was in that match, I could easily squash both Seth and Priest, though. El Mao.
Yeah, you would squash them because you weigh 500 fucking pounds.
Yeah, fuck you. I'm done. See your bitch ass in November.
Damn, I'm tired. I think I'm going to go into a hibernation. Obama wake me up on November 61st, or was it November 85th? I forgot.
Why do I hang out with stupid people?